Hey guys, it's Mark Gillespie from WhiskyCast's.com. I'm in New York City at the Water of Life Whiskey Festival tonight, and we're going to try something that we've never tried before. If you've ever watched motor racing, you may have seen what they call a grid walk. That's when a reporter just sort of runs through the crowd with a camera in the pits before the race, goes along the grid and just grabs whoever they can for an interview. We're going to try that tonight here at the Water of Life Festival. Never done it before, not sure how well it's going to work. This could either work out really well or really badly, but we're going to give it a try. And let me just move the microphone around here. I'm going to flip the camera around so that you can see the crowd. I'm going to flip everything around here so you can see the crowd, and we're going to have a little bit of fun. Now the guy right there looking at the computer with the nice jacket on is Matt Lurin, the founder of Water of Life. Let's go over here and stick the microphone in his face as soon as he figures out what he's doing here.
1 minute.
Matt's asking for 1 minute while he sorts out a customer service issue.
Where is it? Wherever you give me.
In the meantime, let's talk to Matt's mom for a
minute. Oh, no, don't.
Now, you must be proud of your son for putting this all together.
Well, I'm proud of him for putting it all together, no question. I mean, when I see the billboard up there, it's amazing. He had no help, and he did an amazing job besides being a doctor and doing all the other stuff he does. Actually, this Water of Life started because my husband had cyst, and the money is going towards research, and he died just a year ago from the disease. He was a very famous jazz musician, so it makes me feel good to see that he has that kind of interest in helping for research for this. It's a very rare cancer.
And that's what this is really all about, is the whole community coming together to honor your husband and really honor all cancer victims, but also honor the researchers that are trying to fight this disease, right?
That's correct. That's very, very true. Actually, there's a young lady here tonight who has cyst, and I haven't met her yet, but she is instrumental, and this was really to help her out. But basically, the money is going for just research.
Okay, thank you very much for putting up with us on short notice. Now, let's see if we can get over here and track Matt down while he's walking. Matt, while you're walking here.
I work in an ER. This isn't chaos. Don't worry about it.
Tell me about the Water of Life. Your mom already told us about the reasoning behind this, but this is sort of a speed dating thing, isn't it?
It's absolutely a speed dating thing. It's a way to turn yourself on to different whiskeys. Each brand gets a few minutes to talk to you. When they talk to you, they teach you about different ins and outs of the whiskeys, what makes them unique, what makes them special, and hopefully you'll find yourself a new whiskey love. That's the goal of tonight. We have a lot of people here that love whiskey. We want to get them in and get these dates started. The best part is it's a 4-hour marathon, so if they start their first date 5 minutes, they won't remember that by the end of the 4 hours.
Okay, thank you very much, Matt. Have a great night tonight. Let's see who we can pester as we go through here. Let's see who's in the room. Let's look in real quickly here. We'll look into one of these speed dating sessions with Angie from Highland Park.
Well, there was one. Right, and so they re-released that. That's a great bottle.
Okay, let's go over here now, and we're going to hassle. Okay, I just found an old friend here. Peter Silver, you're live on video right now.
All right, it's about time.
What are you tasting here, Peter?
Actually, it's cognac, which I'm not tasting because it has sugar in it. But I am going to taste some Four Roses, and I'm going to be tasting all the single malts. So I'm here having a great time and surrounded by friends and acquaintances and making new friends. Couldn't be any better.
Okay, thanks, Peter. We'll talk to you in a little bit here. Let's go and see who else we can hassle now. As you can see, we're just getting started tonight, so a lot of the tables are still somewhat empty here. But let's go see who we can hassle. Let's see here. Who's around that we can bug? Let's see here. Oh, I see somebody we can bug. Uh-oh. Simon Brooking from Lafroig has the boot.
port, and then we've also got the new 1815 Legacy. This is the new duty-free. Yeah, you probably haven't tasted that one, so let's give this one a taste.
When Simon pulls something out of the boot, it's usually pretty good, because that's where Simon hides all the good stuff at these shows. So he's pouring this 1815.
It's called the Legacy. This is our newest duty-free travel retail bottling. This is using a combination of bourbon casks and European oak. This is a heavily charred bourbon cask in comparison to our standard charrings. So I'll offer you a toast. The classic Long May Your Lamerique, which is Long May Your Chimney Smoke. Cheers, gentlemen. Have a great evening. Cheers.
And they ought to change that. Long May Your Glass Smoke.
And that's Simon Brooking from Lefroy. Let's, okay, we just found the boys from Single Cask Nation here. Okay, Joshua, tell me what you got going on.
Well, actually, I've got two tables now. I've got right behind me, a friend of Single Cask Nation, R.A. Susskind, is pouring all of the new Single Cask Nation whiskeys. So these are 6 new whiskeys that are on shelves. As you know, Single Cask Nation's always been an online thing, so now this is retail. So those are doing very well, thankfully. And then at this table, I'm pouring Kilchoman, Tamdhu, Tipperary Irish Single Malt, and Oishi, which is a Japanese whiskey distilled from rice, which is very unique.
And let's also talk real quickly about the Whiskey Jubilee coming up about a month from now here in New York City.
Yeah, June 15th. There's still a few tickets left. They're $140. This is our 6th anniversary for the Jubilee, and we just announced what our master class is going to be, which I'm really psyched. I don't think any show in the U.S. has done this before. It is going to be a tasting of all 8 2017 Fagila Isla Festival bottlings. So we've got a good team of people going out to the festival to pick some up and sneak them over here, and we'll have a good master class.
So they're actually going to camp out at the distilleries and wait in line?
Friends in high places. Or, I don't know what the term is. Yeah, they're camping out for us, yeah. They're roughing it.
Okay, thanks, Joshua. Let's move over here real quickly and hassle Joe Hyman from Skinner's. Joe, you brought a couple of rarities with you, didn't you?
Yeah,
Let's see what you got hidden in this bag.
If you want, pull out my little bag of tricks, and in one hand a bottle of Johnny Walker Black from 1950s, and the other hand a Johnny Walker Red from around 1910, with the odd downward sloping label, which was a branding experiment at the time.
Now, where did you source these from?
Well, the black label came from an estate sale, and the red label came from a client of mine, and the corks were failing, so I bought them outright, and we're sharing them at the VIP event last night, and sharing them around with people tonight as well.
And you've got the next Skinner's online auction coming up next month, right?
Yeah, I believe it's from June 21st through June 28th, and you've got a lot of time to look over all the things and make your bids, and we do a anti-sniping method, so you can't get locked out of something. If you really want it, then you'll be notified. If you've been outbid in the last few minutes, it'll extend it for another 5 minutes.
And give us the website for details.
It's at skinnerinc.com, and you can just go there and look for any of our past auctions and the results and what we've done, and there might be some photos of upcoming things as well, but we'll have it up in line mid-June sometime.
Okay, thanks a lot, Joe. We'll talk to you in a little bit here. And let's see who else we can hassle here. Who else do I see over here? Let's hassle Robin Cooper now from Campari.
How are you?
Tell me about Bond and Willard and Old Rippy, the Campari vintage bourbons.
Well,
you don't have those here tonight, though.
No, unfortunately not, because we produce a very small quantity. But it's an attempt to bring back some old trademarks from the past, pre-prohibition. So Old Rippy is the precursor to Wild Turkey, and they were based Anderson County, just on the limestone shelf over the Kentucky River, and Bond and Lillard, another distillery nearby. So these great whiskies from the past, we've brought back to life in limited editions.
And these are just now hitting the market, right?
They're just hitting the market now. So
where will they be available? What markets will get these? I know it's 18 cities around the country?
yeah, 80 cities. So if you're looking for something, if you're looking for these products, these brands, you're likely to find the top liquor stores that really focus on whiskey. So in New York City, I would say Park Avenue Liquors, Astor perhaps.
The usual suspects.
Exactly, the usual suspects.
Okay.
That's where the enthusiast, the connoisseur, looks to buy interesting offerings of whiskeys.
Okay, thanks a lot, Robin Cooper. Let's go over here. We'll bug Steve Schmier. Steve, you've got an event of your own coming up next week, right?
Let's start again.
We're doing this live.
Dave Schmier.
Dave Schmier, I'm sorry. Dave Schmier. This is the hazard of doing things live. I'm sorry, Dave. Tell me about the Indie Spirits Expo next week.
Indie Spirits Expo is a showcase for all small spirits brands, whether they be locally distilled, imported, contract bottled. It's all about the small entrepreneur in the spirits business.
And where is it, and can people still get tickets?
They can get tickets. Google Indie Spirits Expo New York. It's at the Penn Club.
Okay, thanks a lot, Dave, Steve, whatever you got. You brand ambassadors all look alike to me.
Call me Jim if you like.
Okay, guys, we'll turn the camera around here, and that's just some of the fun and games at Water of Life, New York. We'll do another video here in a little while, but until then, I'm Mark Gillespie from WhiskyCast.com. Have fun, sláinte. We'll talk soon.